Most people don't fail programming because they are lazy. They fail because they don't have the right habits. Let me explain to you. Look, you can watch every tutorial, read every programming book you know out there, but if you don't have the right mindset, you are just going to fail as a programmer. Especially if I've just started learning programming. You think it's discipline problem, but no, it is exactly your habits that are holding you back. Or worse, the lack of habits. And I want you to stick to this video because I'm going to show you some important habits that have made me a successful developer. And I'm sure if you introduce those habits in your life, they are going to make the journey much easier and quicker for you as a developer, especially if you started learning programming. Here's the hard truth no one is telling you. Your habits do the heavy lifting. They makes you to go forward even when motivation tapes or there's lack of motivation. Because look, most of you go out there, you watch videos, you get hyped up, and what happens? You fall back to your system because you don't have the right habits that can make you successful as a developer. If you can build strong habits, you never have to force yourself to learn programming again. It will make your learning much smoother, automatic, and also natural. And I'm sure that's exactly what you want. I'm not successful because I'm smart. I'm successful because I've built the right habits and the right systems, and those systems became my lifestyle. So in this video, I want to share with you the habits that have transformed me from a complete beginner into a successful programmer. And if you stick around and implement what I'm going to teach you, trust me, you are going to thank me later. And I promise you that. Let's start with the first habit. Plan before you code. Before you take any action, make sure to thoroughly plan it. Because look, without planning, it's just going out without a direction. You don't know where to really put your focus on. So you want to thoroughly plan everything you are doing. Everything, and I mean everything you are doing. Always make sure to plan it. Whether you are learning a new language or a new framework, make sure to plan it first with your notebook before you start to even learn it. Let me break this down for you with two people chasing the same goal, and that is to become successful developers. So we have John. John dedicated at least a day to plan out a 6-month roadmap that he's going to follow to become a successful developer, whether it's front-end or back-end. Let's just take front-end. So he has mapped out all the lessons and all of the courses he has to take to become a successful front-end developer for the next 6 months. So he have planned everything from day one to the last day. All the topics and everything have been mapped out. So now every day that John wakes up, he knows exactly what he's doing. He knows that Monday, I'm going to learn HTML basics. Then Tuesday, I'm going to learn HTML intermediate, just like that. So he knows the days. He knows exactly what to learn each day. So now in 6 months, John becomes a successful developer. Let's shift our focus to Michael. Michael have the same goal, and that is to become a front-end developer. But instead of mapping out and planning everything, Michael just jumped into YouTube and started learning random tutorials there and there. So today he's learning HTML. The next thing he knows, he's learning CSS, then JavaScript. He's just mixing everything together. And what happens? Michael don't have a roadmap to follow, and he's burn out. He leaves the course, and then he goes out chasing the next big thing. And in 6 months, Michael hasn't achieved anything, and John have achieved a lot in 6 months. So always make sure to pick a piece of paper or a notebook and make sure to plan everything. Plan everything. I don't care what you are doing. Make sure to plan it, everything. Plan everything. Have it mapped out from the starting to when you are going to finish it, whether it's a course, a project, or anything you are picking. Make sure you have a plan out before you even start to take action. Let me give you a little exercise to do. Just grab a piece of paper and start writing this. What you will learn, when you will learn it, which projects you build, how you will track your progress, and make sure to have answers for all of these, for everything you are doing, whether it's learning front-end, back-end, full stack, I don't care. So make sure to always have answers for all of these questions I've laid out for you. We have our second habit, and that is reading books. And I'm guessing if you check at the back, you find a book over here. I have a lot of books at my shelf. I cannot show them to you right now, but I have a lot of books, and books have helped shape my attitude and help me become a better person. So if you're trying to become a successful developer and all you are doing is go out there, watch tutorial after tutorials and videos and don't read books, you are just having half of the tools, leaving the other half. And I know that's not exactly most of you want me to say. And I'm not here to make you comfortable. I'm here to tell you the truth. And I'm here to tell you what works. And let me tell you the truth. You cannot win big with a small mind. Mindset is what keeps you in the game. And this has been one of the biggest things that have impacted my life as a developer. Because look, sometimes you read books that are even not related to programming, but they are very important for you to read because it shifts your mindset, your focus. And sometimes you just have to think outside of your area of specialty to get new ideas, new inspirations, and you can transform them in your daily life. So if you are not a fan of reading, just make sure to start right now. And if you cannot afford hard copies, just you can go online, you can download books on PDF. We have books about front end, web development, a lot of books out there. And make sure to always read at least 2 to 3 pages a day. Always make sure to have 2 to 3 pages you have read a day and make it a non-negotiable act. Just make sure to have time dedicated for it every day. And I see a lot of people go out there and say, oh, I hate reading. In fact, I hate reading more than you. I hate reading more than you. But I've found out that reading is very important to shift your mindset. And look, once you've started, it will be hard. It will be very hard. But if you keep the momentum going, it will be a lot easier. Just start right now and watch the opportunities reading will open to you. So the big question is, are you going to start reading or you are still going to be guessing? Look, when I started reading intentionally, I was reading books that are not even related to programming. But those books have made me a better developer because they have changed my perception and my mindset. Like I said before, some books are not even related to what you are doing, but they will change your mindset and they will really bring a positive impact in your life. Because look, you are not just building softwares and applications, but you are also building yourself and you are investing in yourself and your well-being. Do you know that there are books about front end? There are books about how to become better developer, better programmer, how to become consistent, and how to achieve all your goals. There are books on all of this, and people don't simply read them. They don't just read, but they are books. They are books that people have studied. All of these books, they have practical. There are things that are from real world that people have put in books, and people just don't want to read. Here are 3 books that have changed everything for me. The Alchemist. This book isn't just a story. It's philosophy. It will set your foundation to success. It teaches you about purpose, faith, and trusting the process. So if you want to set your foundation to success, this is the book you want to start with. If you are confused and you want to find purpose in life, this book will realign your soul. So make sure to check it out. Next, we have Think and Grow Rich by Napoleon Hill. This book will change your philosophy of success. This book dives into deep the science of success, and it lays out the strategies you need to put in place to become successful. And next, we have Atomic Habits by James Clear. This book is simply non-negotiable for you if you are having bad routines, inconsistency, and if you are struggling out there to learn. It will teach you the psychology of how habits actually work and how you can build systems that guarantee success to you. So this is another book you want to check out, and you can download them all for free because they have PDF links. Just go out there, search for the books and get the PDF links and start reading. And don't just read books and leave them. Study them and implement them in your work, because look, knowledge is not power, but the application of knowledge is power. If you have knowledge and don't apply it, you don't have power. You have to apply the knowledge you've gained. So any knowledge you've gained from the books, make sure you've applied it in your life. And that is how this book can change your life for you. Habit number 3, don't isolate yourself. Find like-minded people like you and grow. Success is not a solo mission, but having the right environment and the right people surrounding you. Because having the right people surrounding you, they will elevate you forward. They will make sure that you do the things that are necessary, even if you don't feel like doing it. Imagine having yourself in the midst of developers that wakes up and spend at least 4 hours on their computers coding. Imagine putting yourself in the midst of 5 people like this. It will make coding inevitable for you. It will make it easy for you because all of them are doing it. And if you don't do it, you feel like you are left out. You feel like they are leaving you behind, and you want to keep up. And that is why it is important to find like-minded people like you and try to surround yourself with them because they will push you forward. I'm not saying solitude is not important. Solitude is very important, but too much of it becomes loneliness, and you don't want to be lonely. So make sure you surround yourself with like-minded people like you. And today, there are a lot of ways to find people like you. There are a lot of ways to find communities that you can join. So you don't always have to do everything alone. The sum of what 5 people can do is exponentially higher than what you can do alone. So when you see people locking themselves alone and trying to achieve their goals, they don't get really far because you have to surround yourself with the right people. This is why community is everything, because you keep each other accountable, you share knowledge and resources, you also challenge each other and celebrate all the milestones with other people. So this way you have people that are supporting you and people that push you forward and people you share your struggles with, people that understands you. So make sure to find a community, find like-minded people like you, and try to associate yourself with them because it is very hard to learn programming, especially when you are alone. Because look, when you are alone, you can give excuses, right? You can give excuses. You can give a lot of excuses when you are doing something alone because there is no one watching you. You are alone, so you can just give a simple excuse and say that, okay, today I'm not doing. But if you have people that keeps you accountable, then there's no excuse for you. You go after the things you've set for yourself, and it is easier because you have people looking at you. And today, there are a lot of platforms out there. We have Telegram, we have WhatsApp groups, we have Facebook groups. We have a lot of platforms. You can find people like you and try to associate yourself with them. Like I said before, knowledge is not power. The application of knowledge is actually power. So everything that I've taught you, everything that I've shared with you in this video, I want you to start implementing it in your life, and you see a drastic change in your productivity, and I promise you that. And if you are struggling to learn programming and you want me to show you how I've mastered programming, then make sure to watch my next video where I'll share with you some actionable tips that will make your programming journey easy for you. So make sure to check the next video, and always remember, every expert was once a beginner. And as always, let's build something great together. And I'll see you in the next one.